welcome in here to Richard Wacker Stadium for this field hockey matchup between your Rowan Profs and the Blue Jays of Johns Hopkins. It is going to be a fantastic matchup. Rowan ranked number 9 going against the also undefeated Johns Hopkins and ranked number 3rd in the country. So the battle of the undefeateds here, someone's got to walk away with a win.
For sure.
And someone's going to walk away with a loss. Both teams getting ready to take the field here. Take a look at some of the profs on this team, specifically Julia Petrone, the freshman receiving NJAC Rookie of the Week honor. She had 4 points in the team's first 2 games of the season with a hat trick in the opener. She's been certainly impressive for this offense. She's going to need to be a big part of it today if the profs want to walk out of here with a win.
That's a big feat for sure as a freshman.
It is certainly not easy,
year?
not only to start as a freshman, but to have such an immediate impact. Johns Hopkins,
4 years.
Johns Hopkins, they have a very stout defense. They're outscoring their opponents 12-2 in the first 3 games of their season. Is now Rowan set to receive, and this game is underway. Mishandled pass there from Castagnola. Now Johns Hopkins pushing ahead past midfield. Pass broken up, but Johns Hopkins retains possession. Getting a stoppage here. Johns Hopkins, the Cardinals will play on. Excuse me, the Blue Jays. Pass broken up. And Johns Hopkins will still hold possession here. Passing back and broken up by Hovell. And now Rowan will have advantage and they will play on. It's Castagnola pushing down the sideline. Sending that ahead for Hovell, but just out of reach. Nice play there from Hovell though, to break up the offense of Johns Hopkins and push ahead with an attack of her own.
Not a bad first drive there.
So passed ahead and intercepted by Rowan, as now just out of the reach of the freshman Petrone. Petrone still attacking and putting the pressure on, but Johns Hopkins able to fight through and now push across midfield, and they're going to have advantage here. They will take their time to get set. Now with it on the outside part of the shooting circle and sending it in, broken up. So again, looking to break into the shooting circle is Johns Hopkins, and we're going to have a stoppage, and this is going to be going the other way. I believe it went off the foot. Couple of tackle attempts, but Castagnola able to break away and send this one ahead for Petrone now. Petrone with it, passing ahead. Shot broken up, shot by Hovell, and just wide.
So close.
Castagnola sent it ahead for Patron, who chipped it into the middle for Hovell, and shot went just wide. As that pass is broken up, and Rowan loses possession. Dribbling it ahead now, past midfield. And a bit of a physical play there around the 30. And then knocked out of play, and it's going to be Rowan possession.
Not for nothing, but Rowan's fast break's been pretty impressive so far.
Yeah, I mean, this is a stout defense like we talked about. They've only allowed 2 goals so far this season across 3 games, and that is including against number 13 in the country, Lynchburg, who they beat 2-1. So the fact that Rowan's already had a few scoring opportunities is a good sign for them.
Yeah, nice and early.
As Magliaro now pushing ahead towards the shooting circle. Being hounded by the defender, sends it into the middle for Hovell, but just wide. As we are so used to seeing already Christina Hovell not wasting any time, being a pest on offense.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Johns Hopkins sends this one ahead, but just out of the reach of Emily Amsden. Patron had that one taken away from her. Castagnola able to break that one up right around midfield. And Rowan now will look to get it across midfield, but a mishandling from Castagnola. Turn it back over. So advantage now for Johns Hopkins. Shipping it ahead now into the shooting circle, but just out of the reach for Johns Hopkins. But now it looks like they're going to have a penalty corner. So it looks like it's going to be Jen Mara sending this one in on the penalty corner. Now on the outside part of the shooting circle, shot in and wide.
Definitely don't want to jinx it, but the Rowan defense has been holding their own so far.
Yeah, definitely some scoring opportunities for both teams, and both defenses still standing strong at the end of the day, still scoreless here in this one. Just about 8.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. That's going to go off the foot and give advantage to the Blue Jays. Blue Jays trying to push into the shooting circle, and now they possess it. Shot in, but looked to be off the foot of Ingram. So still scoreless in this one. Now Rowan swarming the ball around midfield, and they'll have advantage. But they'll take their time as Castagnola will send it back for her defender. Johns Hopkins a little too eager to get moving with that advantage.
It's honestly a good thing to stop with momentum. For that defense on Rowan, so they can fall back, set themselves, get ready to go.
Yeah, Johns Hopkins had a lane there to push, definitely. You can understand the eagerness, but
yeah,
moving just a little too quickly as now that ball stripped away just inside the shooting circle, but Johns Hopkins back with possession. Gonna have a stoppage and another penalty corner here for Johns Hopkins. Johns Hopkins with another opportunity to score here. Penalty corner is sent in. Shot from the outside. Swung on and missed there on the inside part of the shooting circle. Backhand score! So Johns Hopkins off the penalty corner breaks this scoreless tie. Maddie Brown-Shearer first on the board. So Rowan trails it now 1-0 with just about 6:45 remaining in this first quarter. Now pushing in the shooting circle themselves. The outside and tackled away by Johns Hopkins. Now pushing ahead with a breakaway opportunity themselves. But a nice play by the Rowan midfielders and defenders to get back on that one. As Melissa Donaldson played a huge part in stopping what could have been a fast break opportunity for the Blue Jays.
The second or third time this game already that the team's been able to run back in time and make sure they can't get past the 40 or 30-yard line.
Controlling the midfield is so important. Last time the Profs were home in their first game of the season against Ursinus, they did it so well, and they're going to hope to continue that here today, but obviously a little bit more difficult of a challenge when you're going against the number 3 team in the country. Johns Hopkins pushing ahead once again here. Ball knocked away. Now Castagnola will look to keep it in, and she does. Cuts back towards the middle part of the field and sent ahead for Hovell. They're going to say it went off Hovell's body and award the foul. Mishandled by Johns Hopkins and swept away by Rowan. The free hit will be taken in. Johns Hopkins staying with it, but the Rowan midfielders remaining persistent here.
They haven't left that corner yet.
Defenders passing it around now for the Blue Jays. Ball deadlocked right outside the shooting circle. Now a free hit will be awarded to the Blue Jays, and they send that one in. That one's going to get by Ingram and score. But going to be waved off from outside the shooting circle. So disaster avoided for the Profs.
Ingram definitely gets a break there with that one. Without that speaking, now she's 2 for 3 on saves.
Now Hovell pushing forward and not able to fully get a piece of that one, but now advantage here for Rowan. Rowan pushing in the shooting circle, shot coming, ball loose in front, and we're going to get a stoppage, and that's going to be a penalty corner for the Profs. Last time the Profs were home, it was Christina Hovell who was the one typically passing in penalty corners, and she will do so again here, at least for the first one of this contest. Whistle blows and Hovell sends it in. The shot coming, batted down in front, and that ball's going to be going the other way. So just around 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Rowan still trails it 1-0. It was the lone goal from Maddie Brown-Shearer that put Johns Hopkins on the board and gave them the lone goal of this contest. Stone being hounded around midfield, but foul will be called on Johns Hopkins. The pass is going to be just out of the reach of Kylie Taylor. Taylor with it now. Temporarily losing possession and just couldn't get a whole piece of that one. Rowan with possession now outside the shooting circle. Dribbling in front but losing possession was Guinan. But the Profs will retain possession here. Profs lose possession, and now a bit of a fast break opportunity here for the Blue Jays. They come storming the other way. Still with it now. Beautiful defensive play from Melissa Donaldson to just break that one up. A 2-on-1 opportunity from the Blue Jays, and Donaldson just able to get her stick in there and break that play up.
Exactly what the doctor ordered when he had that fast break.
In those situations, you know, it's the play that you're not necessarily expected to make, but if you can, it's potentially goal saving, and Melissa Donaldson, the sophomore, able to do just that. Castagnola staying tough with it, and now getting it right back off the free hit. Sending that one ahead for Hovell, who will go chasing after it, but gonna drift just out of play. "15 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, as Blue Jays will most likely just try to clear away from their cage. And they will do exactly that. So after one quarter, Johns Hopkins leads it 1-0 off the lone goal from Maddie Brown-Shearer. Break this scoreless tie. We'll be right back with second quarter action here on RTN Channel 5. second quarter action here, just about set to begin. Johns Hopkins leads this one 1-0. As Rowan's had their fair share of offensive opportunities, but just unable to convert so far. Johns Hopkins now pushing ahead early, doing a good job of controlling the midfield early on in this game. Guinan loses control of that one. And now Schaff passes it away, but broken up by Castagnola. So Castagnola with a little bit of pace now, pushing across midfield and continuing to take it all the way up to the 20-yard line. And just outside, now inside the shooting circle, Castagnola with a hit, but no one home for it. Hovell hounding. A nice job to sweep that away by Johns Hopkins, and now a little bit of a counterattack by them. Johns Hopkins now pushing inside. And a foul committed by Rowan.
That's going to be the shin.
And it's going to be penalty corner now.
Almost had a nice sweep there for number 3, Dana Devin-Sense, to stop that drive. Mother Griseika had a nice try in that stoppage as well.
A good effort from the Rowan defense, but not a lot you can do on those fast break opportunities. Now the penalty corner sent in. Shot, save made, and kicked away.
Nice.
But Johns Hopkins now committing a foul within the shooting circle and losing possession. So a beautiful save made by Aida Ingram in the cage to keep this deficit at 1.
A nice outing tonight.
A beautiful night for field hockey here on a sunny Saturday, late afternoon, early evening. Is now pushing ahead is Johns Hopkins again, but they're going to commit the foul and lose possession there. I believe it went off her foot. Rowan with the advantage now will take their time and look to push their offense up ahead. That ball sent ahead, but nobody home for it. Hovell now forcing that ball out of play.
Kind of had her stuck there. Just kept dribbling, but couldn't get through her.
Yeah, Hovell just a hound on the ball. Never stops chasing, just pure effort 100% of the time, and has worked out well for her so far this season.
That's the grit that it takes to separate the average player and a performing star.
Absolutely, effort is everything. Is now Hubble once again forces the turnover there, and now Stone with the free hit. Stone sends that in, and possession now going to be awarded to Johns Hopkins. Johns Hopkins sending it laterally across the field all the way to the other sideline, but that ball is going to go just out of play. So Castagnola will lift that one in, and that'll be played by Liz Fox. Liz Fox looking for Guinan, but unsuccessful. Fox still chasing. Now Rowan defense will reset on advantage. Sent ahead for Fox, mishandled, but then off the feet of Johns Hopkins. And they're going to call 5 yards on that. So scooped ahead by Fox. Now Johns Hopkins looking to mount another fast break. Swept aside and now in the shooting circle. Save made by Ingram, kicked away. Another shot off the blocker of Ingram. And now a penalty corner will be called. Nice effort there from Aida Ingram, the sophomore out of Chesterfield, putting it all online. Excuse me, we're going to have a penalty shot. It will be Abby Burke taking the shot for Johns Hopkins, looking to extend their lead to 2. Ingram looking to keep the deficit at 1. The shot knocked down by Ingram.
6
Huge
for 7
stop.
on the game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
What a huge moment early in this game. Rowan still has not been able to get on the board. They trail by 1, and in a penalty shot, Aida Ingram stands tall and knocks that shot down.
I gotta swear, you couldn't even hear her pin drop while waiting for that shot. The suspense.
You don't see that too often, the penalty shot, but really impressive save there from Ingram.
You just hope they use their momentum and get back in this game and start scoring early before the second half.
So just over 9 minutes to play here in the second quarter. And a bit of a back and forth going here on the far sideline. And knocked out. Now Castagnola will take her time and peruse her options here. Scooping it ahead, but possession will be awarded to Johns Hopkins. Again, both teams coming into this one undefeated. Rowan 2-0, Johns Hopkins 3-0. Number 3 team in the country, and Johns Hopkins going against number 9 Profs. And it has been close. We expected a good game, and so far it certainly has been that.
It's been really tight. I mean, they're able to get it past a certain point on the field, but they're able to lock them down on both sides with Johns Hopkins and Rowan when it gets really close to that goal.
Yeah, neither team has really felt like they've been locked in the midfield area. They both have had offensive opportunities throughout the game. I mean, both defenses, though, standing strong when the situation gets tight. As that one's going to go out of play, and it's going to be a long corner for the Profs. That pass intercepted, but then taken right back by the Profs. And now Stone passes it off. Sent up ahead is now Fox with it. Fox still pushing here. And possession will be awarded to Johns Hopkins. So again, another opportunity for the Profs, just not able to convert on that one, but certainly threatening situations here.
All you can do is keep taking shots. At some point, it's going to get in.
Johns Hopkins now forcing the turnover and pushing with some offense of their own. Knocked away by Castagnola, and now Castagnola will be awarded possession along with the props, but handed right back to Johns Hopkins. So now Johns Hopkins will be a little more patient with this free hit. And sent ahead, and just a little too far ahead for Bryn Rowan. Going to get a stoppage, and now Rowan will come back the other way. Guinan sends it ahead. Seward with it. Sends it ahead, but again knocked down by the profs. But then knocked back down by Seward. Schaff turned it over, and now again that ball just out of the reach of Alyssa Magliaro. Ball being trapped now around midfield, but Johns Hopkins looks to push ahead. And they do. Now within the shooting circle. Ball being knocked away, shot just high. So just under 5 minutes remaining now in this first half. Rowan still yet to get on the board. Johns Hopkins scoring back in that first quarter was Maddie Brown-Shearer. Still the lone goal in this one. Being played ahead now for Johns Hopkins. Ball knocked away, and beautiful defensive play from Kylie Taylor.
A little too far there.
Still removes Johns Hopkins from any being in a position of offensive threat there. Beautiful play from the freshman. Now being handled around midfield by Castagnola. Castagnola drops it back and now sent ahead. And now back into possession of Castagnola. Castagnola chips ahead for Fox. Fox loses possession, but now Hovell with it at least temporarily. And Johns Hopkins will have it. With it now is Erickson. Erickson misplayed it. And now Rowan will have the free hit. Sent ahead for Hovell. Hovell coming inside with a now 2-on-1 opportunity, but not able to get that pass over to Fox. Patron still has it. Patron trying to push back into the shooting circle. And now advantage Rowan. Shot. Just wide. Rebound Fox. Save made. And they will now have the penalty corner. So again, really good scoring opportunity there. But Alexis Loder able to make the save.
The offense is just getting a lot more aggressive. Every drive they're getting down to that goal.
Both offenses have been very aggressive so far. It's made for an entertaining match. Despite the only one goal on the board, you wouldn't tell from the way these two teams are playing.
What was really showing how experience really matters as a junior.
Absolutely. Now Hovell will send it in. Guinan with it now. Passing off. That shot just wide from Patron. Rowan will keep possession. That pass intercepted, and now on a counterattack, here comes Johns Hopkins. Not able to break that play up is now here comes Erickson. Erickson cutting in towards the center of the field and still maintaining possession. That ball swept away. Now defender for Johns Hopkins coming up to make the play and trying to put that one back in the shooting circle. But Castagnola will sweep it down and Hovell will play it. Hovell with it. 2-on-1 opportunity for the Profs. Shot, save made. The attempt from Hovell saved by Loder once again, and she keeps the sheet clean. Rowan looks to send this one in. Setting up and sending that one in for Fox, and now possession will be awarded to Johns Hopkins. Sent ahead and once again intercepted by the Blue Jays. Opportunity now brewing for the Blue Jays once again. But nice play from Kylie Taylor. She has been stout defensively so far in this one. Sends that one ahead for Hovell and just out of her reach.
She's doing outstanding this game, gritty and getting in the faces of the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays.
Yeah, really just being a pest. We've used that word a couple times, but it really accurately describes the way these Rowan defenders play. And it's been an impressive performance despite being down 1-0. So now, after one half of play, Rowan's still scoreless. We haven't seen that from them yet this season. Offense really hasn't been an issue so far for them this season. You look, they're 2-0 on the year. They scored 7 goals in that opener against Ursinus, and then against Catholic University a week ago they scored 5. So this is really the first time that we've seen the Profs not put points on the board by half. However, we knew it was going to be a tough game going against a very talented Johns Hopkins defense that, like we mentioned, through 3 games so far this season, they've only allowed 2 goals. What would you like to see the Profs do differently coming out in that second half?
Well, definitely. So in the first quarter, they had a lot more and a lot better performed fast breaks and the drives. They were able to get there. And you saw a little bit of that in the end of the second quarter with Patron and Holville back and forth, 22 and 34. But hopefully more of the offenders can get there on time to get the fast break. It seems that's the only shots they're having on goal unless it's a penalty shot. So able to get it past that 20-yard marker and then actually be effective.
Yeah, they've had the opportunities in the offensive zone, but they just haven't really been able to get necessarily a clean look on target. But then if you look at what Rowan has done defensively, despite giving up the 1 goal, it has been a good effort. Again, a talented team in Johns Hopkins, a talented team in Rowan. But really, when I look defensively, it's been Kylie Taylor who seemingly has made big play after big play for this Profs team, and she has been a huge part of keeping this deficit at 1. And then obviously Aida Ingram has been fantastic with that huge save on the penalty. See if the defense will be able to keep this up. Maybe the offense can find the back of the cage coming in the second half. Profs would certainly love to see that, but just like we expected, it has been a good one so far between the Profs and the Blue Jays here at Richard Wacker Stadium. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with second half action in just a little bit. welcome back here to Richard Wacker Stadium as the Rowan Profs, the number 9 team in the country, face off against Johns Hopkins, the number 3 team in the country. The battle of the undefeateds early on in the season. After one half, Johns Hopkins leads it 1-0 off the goal from Maddie Brown-Shearer. And both teams, like we've said, they've both had their offensive opportunities, but other than the one goal, it's just been very stout defense when the offense starts to close in.
Yeah, defense has kept both teams in this game. That's why it's such a close game at 1-0.
And we've seen the offense from the Profs in their first 2 games of the season. The defense, it's been solid, but it hasn't been this good. And for the defense to come out here and put on this kind of performance against the number 3 team in the country, you could not ask them to step up in a bigger game right now as Hovell pushes in.
That's the beauty of sports, though, especially when you have a team like this, the offense and defense. Not all the time both sides of the ball, at least, or the stick, are going to be locked in at the same time.
Absolutely. You know, you got to work with what you got going that day. Today, it's the defense right now for the Profs. And now Johns Hopkins is pushing ahead, and they're starting to threaten here. Knocked away by Castagnola, though. Advantage will be given, but she at least slowed up the play. So free hit now will be taken by the Blue Jays. Threatening is now in the shooting circle and regaining possession, at least momentarily. Now Rowan will look to clear away here, as it'll be Kylie Taylor taking the free hit. Johns Hopkins with it now. Nice play there from Guinan. Rowan will have advantage, and Taylor will send it up ahead. No one home. Magliaro hounding the ball. And Castagnola fighting away with possession. Takes a big swing and a miss. As now here comes the Blue Jays. Beautiful defensive play to thwart that attempt. And now will be a penalty corner.
Not for nothing, but looking at the Rowan Profs roster, there's a lot of freshmen.
It's a young team, certainly, but it has not really slowed them down.
Definitely a futuristic team.
And they have a very healthy blend of young and returning talent. And both sides of that have produced so far early on in the season. A shot coming, save made by Ingram. So once again, the big save from Aida Ingram, who has had her work cut out for her in this one. And she's been up to the challenges. Now Patron sends that a one ahead for Hovell. Hovell fights for possession and gains advantage. So now Rowan offense will take a moment to set up. And sent in the direction of Hovell, but interrupted by the Blue Jays before it got to it. Fighting for the foul in that play. And now Patron with it. Patron entering the shooting circle, making a move and taking the shot. And save made by Loder. That ball taken away before it got to Castagnola. And now we'll go off the foot of Castagnola, and it will be advantage given to Johns Hopkins, although they will be told to take it back and reset. Castagnola fighting with it now and dribbling it ahead. Sends it forward, but nice play made by Schwab to intercept. That ball sent in the direction of Patron, but not able to find her. So just about 10 minutes remaining here now in this third quarter. Rowan still looking to get on the board. Really only had the one offensive chance here so far in this quarter. Now that we're a third of the way through it. Patron with the tackle, and she will be awarded possession. Patron storming in, and now it will be a penalty corner for the Profs, and we haven't seen too many from the Profs in their first two games. They had 20, certainly not on pace to hit the 10 per game average that they've had so far in this season. So with the limited amount of penalty corners so far in this game, big opportunity here. Would certainly love to see the Profs take advantage of it, as Hovell will once again send it in.
Yeah, just like you said, this means a lot more when we have two chances in a game compared to 10.
Hovell sends this one in, mishandled at the arc of the shooting circle. And possession will be taken away from the Profs. Shipped ahead, no one home for it. Chance here now for Johns Hopkins, but a nice play made by Caviccio to come in and break that pass up. It was a centering pass, and Caviccio read it all the way.
It's nice to see that a lot of Rowan students and family came out to support this team.
Yeah, again, beautiful Saturday night and such a huge matchup for this Profs team. It's great to see so many out here enjoying the weather and enjoying some great field hockey. Caviccio with it now, unable to clear out of the zone, but beautiful play made there. And that ball chipped off the post, and it's gonna sneak in, but they're gonna wave it off. Wow, that was close. Yeah. It was chipped up off the post and then looked like it was possibly kicked in. Goal waved off, and Rowan can wipe away a brow of sweat after that one.
Yeah.
Johns Hopkins trying to storm ahead with it now, and trying to look to gain entry into the shooting circle. And that's going to go off the hand of Guinan. There's a big swing, and that one is just going to creep in. Took an odd deflection, and that is the second goal of the night here for Johns Hopkins. They now lead it 2-0. It's Michaela Schaaf on the goal.
Definitely a hard save attempt, though, with that deflection, the way the ball's bouncing, not coming in the same way at all it usually has.
As now they're going to take away the goal.
All right.
Not entirely sure the reasoning, but regardless, Rowan keeps this deficit at 1, and that is a huge decision.
It's the third time this game for Rowan in their favor. Hopefully they can use that to their advantage.
Rowan faithful would certainly love to see them put one on the board, but that just has not been the case yet. In a couple of close plays, they still only trail by 1, as obstruction is going to be called there on John Hopkins. Castagnola with it, continuing to be persistent, but loses possession there and is now awarded advantage. Sent ahead and right off the thigh of Alyssa Magliaro. I'm sure that stung. That looked painful from up here, but takes it like a champ.
Yeah.
Couple of stoppages here. And Johns Hopkins will now settle this one in. Off the foot of Castagnola, and Johns Hopkins will push ahead once again. Once again, Castagnola just all over the ball. It seems wherever the ball is, Castagnola is right there alongside it. But Johns Hopkins still pushing ahead here. Scoring opportunity, save made, but deflection and rebound goal. So it was a beautiful save made by Ingram, but the rebound, Johns Hopkins was right there for it. And now officially extend this lead to 2-0.
Well, let's see. We don't know. Wait a little bit. It might be 1-0 still.
It was after this point that they took it back last time. That goal was scored by Erickson. The junior out of Illinois is now Rowan pushing ahead. Shot and save made. Hovell quickly trying to push the props back into this one. And now ball finding her stick, but falls down. And knocked down by Castagnola. Castagnola with it now right around the 30-yard line. So Johns Hopkins midfielder is able to steer that one away.
Well, insist on that last goal for Johns Hopkins. It will go to number 5, Abby Burke.
And it's Abby Burke that will get credited with the assist. The senior out of Louisville, Kentucky. Ball sent ahead now and just not able to be handled by Magliaro. That pass intercepted. Now here come the props the other way. Hovell streaking towards the net. Pass not able to find her. Still fighting for it though. Magliaro with it now. Rowan will be granted advantage and she'll keep it. Patron with it. Shot just wide.
Inches away.
Patron, who scored the hat trick in her first game as a prof, alongside an assist. Still looking for the first one here tonight and nearly had it there. .235 remaining here in the third quarter. Again, Rowan trails Johns Hopkins University 2-0. As Bailey Schwab comes on as a substitution for Johns Hopkins. And here's Patron with it again, sending it in for Hovell. Patron's still with it. And now a penalty corner for the Profs. These last few minutes, the offense has really spurned from Julia Patron.
It definitely changed the dynamic in the second half of this game from Patron.
We didn't see too much of her in that first half. It was a lot of Christina Hovell, who you would definitely expect to see, and a lot of Castagnola, but Julia Patron really stepping it up here in this third quarter. And now this ball sent in, and shot so in, scored by Hovell.
There we go, we're on the board.
First goal for Rowan. They cut this lead down to 1.
Stands are going crazy. The girls are buzzing.
As excuse me, it's going to be Cavicchio with the goal and the assist from Hovell. So spurning from the penalty corner, we talked about it a few moments ago, how Rowan seeing a lot less of them in this game than they did their first 2 games, and really they got to start taking advantage of them when they get them, and they do it right there with the goal from Julia Cavicchio, and really could not have come at a bigger time to be able to cut this lead down to 1 before heading into the fourth and final quarter. That's a big confidence boost for this Profs offense. Shipped ahead now by Knockolds. And beautiful tackle there by the Profs. And now they'll settle around midfield as Dana Deven sends. Taylor with it now, sending it ahead. Knocked out a play by Johns Hopkins, so the Profs will advance it. Knocked ahead again by Taylor, and once again broken up by Johns Hopkins. And now pushing ahead. Profs defense is back. And beautiful tackle there from Castagnola. Castagnola looking ahead for Patron. It's going to get to her. Patron's got room to operate. Pushing ahead, and a beautiful tackle from Johns Hopkins to take away that offensive opportunity. That was Bailey Schwab with the open field tackle to take that away from Julia Patron, as now the third quarter comes to a close. So Rowan, they give up 1, but they do get on the board themselves, so they still trail at 1 here after 3. We'll be right back with fourth and final quarter action here on RTN Channel 5. fourth quarter action here on RTN Channel 5 between the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays and the Rowan Profs. Going into that third quarter, Rowan trailed it 1-0 and then allowed the goal to Tessa Erickson, the junior. And then in the final 2 minutes came back and scored one of their own. It was Julia Caviccio on the goal. So Rowan still trails at 2-1, but they got a little bit of offensive momentum going their way, and they finally got on the board.
The scoring change on the Rowan goal. Rowan goal now scored by number 7, Christina Castagnola. And Julia Caviccio gets the assist.
As we are now going to have a scoring change actually on that Rowan goal. The goal going to be awarded to Christina Castagnola. And someone that we've talked about all broadcasters, just all over the ball. And it's always a rewarding feeling to know when the effort pays off in the form of goals on the scoreboard. It's very rewarding.
Definitely helps a player's case, looking at different things as far as all-stars and all that good stuff.
Rowan now with possession. And the foul against Johns Hopkins here. This will be a free hit for the Profs. See what Fox decides to do with it. Sends it back for Caviccio. Caviccio sends it in. That pass intercepted and knocked away. So now here comes John Hopkins the other way. An advantage granted towards them. That ball sent ahead, and one Johns Hopkins defender stopping that ball from getting up to Hovell. Sent in now as Guinan has it. Guinan still with it. And possession will now be awarded to the Blue Jays.
That wasn't too bad of a drive. All started with Devin Sense with that diving pass. Following up with another one as well.
Rowan unable to clear that ball away. And here the Blue Jays with an opportunity. That ball deflected just wide. A few Blue Jays in the scoring circle. Not that many Profs to be found. The deflection just not able to find the back of the cage. And just by the skin of their teeth, Rowan hangs on to a 1-goal deficit. Patron with it now, makes a move. With room to operate, sends it ahead for Hovell. Just out of the reach of Hovell and kicked away. Arguably the best scoring opportunity the Profs were gonna see all night, and they just weren't able to fully get control of that one. Is now the Blue Jays with the counterattack. Nice play to knock that ball away by Taylor.
Yeah, that sophomore Lodare, number 77 of John Hopkins, is putting in her work for sure. Making it very hard for Rowan to score on them.
And she has been a brick wall in the cage tonight. That ball will go out of play. The Blue Jays will reset here. Mara sends it in. And now going the other way. Just over 10:30 remaining in this fourth and final quarter. Profs coming into this one, ranked number 9 in the country for D3. Johns Hopkins coming in at number 3. Two excellent teams, and both showing that they are very competitive.
Yes.
Being handled here now by the Blue Jays, centered in. That ball off the top of the cage, waiting the decision, and goal will be awarded. A disagreement coming from the Profs. As now the refs look like they're going to talk this one over. It looked like potentially a kicked ball that sent that one in. At least that's what my eyes were telling me, but maybe not. As the Blue Jays already in position to resume, and it will be a goal. It will stand. Blue Jays lead at 3-1 now.
That hole gets a little bit bigger now with 2 goals to score in less than 10 minutes. Not the most ideal situation, but it's still doable.
Can't waste any time here. Prof's got to push. Castagnola going to lose possession of that one. Still persevering ahead are the Blue Jays. But now losing possession and now kicked away by Ingram.
First Hopkins goal was scored by number 2, Tessa Erickson.
And it was Erickson again on the goal for the Blue Jays. That's the second goal of the night by Erickson. As that ball is going to be sent just wide. So Erickson came into this one with 2 goals on the season, scores another 2 tonight, doubling her total and making her the leading goal scorer on this team at 4. As we will have a substitution here and a little bit of an injury situation. So stop the clock at 8:30 flat. And again, Rowan still trails it 3-1. Scooped up and out of play. Now with just over 8 minutes remaining, again, Profs trailing 2. They really need to get the offense moving fast here. Sent all the way down to the opposite side of the field, but no Profs in the vicinity. Trone closing in, but able to get that one away. Rowan turning that ball over. Beautiful play made there. But as now, Johns Hopkins will be awarded possession. Castagnola breaking that one up.
Doing a really good job so far, Castagnola is like breathing down the necks of John Hopkins.
As a save made by Ingram, that ball's loose in front still. We're going to get a stoppage and it's going to go the other way. A sneaky good save from Aida Ingram, who just kind of, it just found its way to her, instinctively kicking the leg out. Johns Hopkins continuing to push.
She's not doing a bad job tonight. I mean, 7 for 9 is not the worst you could do at all.
Yeah, it's been a very good game from Aida Ingram. Despite the 3 goals on the board, solid performance. 6:30 remaining here.
Looks like Hovell will be back in the game now.
Castagnola with it, looking to generate some offense. Cutting in and being obstructed, she'll now have the free hit and she'll hold possession. And now a penalty corner solely off the back of the effort from Castagnola. So huge opportunity here for the Profs with 5:52 remaining in this fourth and final quarter of play. A goal here would be really important in getting them back into this contest. Sent in by Hovell. Handled by Cavicchio, bouncing past, that ball's gonna score! A deflected shot from Cavicchio finds its way over the head of Loder, and just like that, the Profs aren't going anywhere.
Back in the game, 3-2.
Huge goals, I believe. That is going to be awarded to Bridget Guinan. We will check that for you in just a moment. And the goal will stand. So now, similar goal as it's going to be awarded to Cavicchio. And Christina Hovell will have the assist. So Cavicchio sent it in. I thought it was deflected by Guinan, but Cavicchio awarded the goal. Originally, she was awarded with the other goal earlier, taken away.
The same pairing
awarded
as well.
To Castagnola, but gets number one this time. And now with 5.5 minutes remaining, Rowan's back to trailing by only one. And now, advantage here. Sent over by Castagnola to DeVincenz. Taken ahead by Guinan now. And foul on Johns Hopkins. DeVincenz still going after it. And she will be awarded possession for her effort. They're going to say she was obstructed. So free hit here for the Profs. Taken by the sideline, deflected into the shooting circle, but cleared away by Johns Hopkins. Donaldson couldn't keep that one alive. And now Johns Hopkins pushing ahead here. And cleared away now by Gorsica.
The second poke on that fast break.
Yeah, it seemed like Rowan continued to get their sticks in there, but Johns Hopkins just continued to push ahead regardless. And Gorsica finally able to knock that one away. And that'll be just knocked out of play and will now be awarded to the Profs. .333 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Rowan still trails Johns Hopkins by one. Knocked down and passed over to Castagnola. Castagnola being tackled away from that one. And this is not the area of the field the Profs want to be in right now. Castagnola able to put her stick down and tackle that ball away. For a long corner now for the Blue Jays. Now under 3 minutes remaining. Possession awarded to the Profs as Castagnola looking to chip it ahead, not able to get a clean piece of it. As that one seemingly off the face, but Castagnola, no concern from her.
Looks like that deflection from the previous play was off Michaela Scoff. That was the player that was injured defenseman. So glad to see she's back on the field. Everything's all good.
2:10 remaining now in this fourth and final quarter. Centered in by Johns Hopkins and cleared away. Still in the shooting circle. That ball knocked down. It'll be Prof's ball. Shipped ahead now. Guinan chasing after. Racing the defender there. And still in pursuit in the corner. As Hovell comes over to help out now. And possession going to be awarded to the Blue Jays. 1:25 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Blue Jays doing their best to kill this clock off. Scooped ahead and batted down. Donaldson not able to find Castagnola, but able to keep her stick on that one. They're going to say went off her leg, and it will be Blue Jays possession now with a minute remaining.
It's down to the wire here. They really got to get back on the offensive side of things.
Definitely seeing a sense of urgency as Guinan tackles that one away and making a push towards the shooting circle. They're going to say that went off the leg of Johns Hopkins, and it'll be, I believe, a penalty corner here for the Profs with 48 4/10 of a second remaining. This is a huge opportunity.
This will be the last shot they have to tie up this game.
Like you said, it's kind of do or die in this moment. This is going to be the best opportunity you get most likely in the next 48 seconds. So you'd love to tie this game up here. Ball sent in by Hovell. Handled now by Guinan. Shot saved. And possession awarded to the Blue Jays.
There's some
The
hope
Profs
there.
had a good look.
Yeah.
But like we said, this is a very, very strong defensive team in Johns Hopkins, and showing exactly why right there. Guinan still hounding on it. And possession will be awarded to Johns Hopkins with 5 remaining, and that will do it. So 4 quarters of close, competitive play between these teams. But Rowan not able to come out on top. They get their first loss of the season to number 3, Johns Hopkins. Not the result the Profs were hoping for.
I think it's definitely still winning the fact that the defense comes out and has a strong outing, and hopefully that can translate into good side on defense and offense for their next game.
Yeah, you have to think, if the Profs can put on a performance like this against the number 3 team in the country, there is not a team in D3 right now that they can't compete with.
Yeah.
They are a
Very close
very
game.
competitive team. We've seen the offense really shine in the first 2 games of the season. Now we saw the defense shine. They only allowed 3 goals against a strong Johns Hopkins.
Yeah.
And they still managed to score 2 goals against the Johns Hopkins team that only allowed 2 goals across their first 3 games. And you take a look at who scored. It was Christina Castagnola, who was all over the place for the Profs. I mean, that's the thing with this Profs team, and a big reason why they're so successful is it's pure effort. Play in and play out, non-stop effort, non-stop ball chasing, and it's calculated effort. It's not just running around like a chicken with their head cut off. I mean, they communicate, they operate like one solid unit, but it just wasn't enough to come out on top. A little bit of a disappointing loss, but no reason to walk away with your head held low. I mean, hold them up high if you're this Profs team. I mean, really impressive performance, just not able to do quite enough. They fall to Johns Hopkins here with a final score of 3-2, and that will do it all for us here on RTN Channel 5. Thank you so much for tuning into this one.